Welcome to Scorpio Soul Time. I'm Ronique, and I appreciate you joining me here on my YouTube channel. Aries, we are now into your time of the year. This is going to be your new moon in Aries that occurs on April 1st, 2022 at 11 degrees, 30 minutes of Aries. And I brought up actually your card here where it says the new moon in Aries, it's time to take action. So what we're going to do today is we are going to pull tarot cards that's all about how you can take action and what house this new moon is occurring in. So this new moon is actually occurring, Aries, in your third house of communication. So what we're going to do is we're going to pull past, present, and future spread, but we're going to focus on which areas you need to take action around communication, okay? And this is a really important time for you, Aries, because you only get one new moon a year. So I really want you to focus on what relationships you need to work on communicating with, what people, what type of communications, because it could be verbal, it could be, when you just use your kind of personality type cues. So just think through that as we're pulling the cards. So in the past, we do have the Two of Swords. The present, we have the World card. This makes a lot of sense, Aries, because you all are ending a cycle and starting a new cycle. And in the future, you all have the Eight of Pentacles. So Aries, this is going to be a pivotal time for you all to plant new seeds around how do you communicate with others, especially with this Two of Swords in the past, because remember, communication, air energy, somewhere you have either not had the maybe you haven't had the decision-making skills that you would like to, or you've just been really confused or not knowing which way to turn in your communications. I really feel like there's something in the past that's going to come up for you during this new moon in Aries. And I say that because in the present, you do have the World card, Aries, and this is the card that you want to see when you're going to step into like new energy. And with this new moon in Aries, you really want to make sure that you are closing up some type of cycle from the past and planting new seeds. Who is it that you need to communicate with in order to understand what needs to come to an end? Maybe you've had relationships with loved ones, family members, colleagues at work. There's some type of communication that you didn't know how to maybe put all your thoughts into action at one time. But at this new moon in Aries, the universe is asking you, Aries, to take the time, close up any areas that are no longer needed. Because remember, Mars is also that planet of action, and it wants things done quickly and things are going to come in swiftly. So Aries, you know this better than any sign because this is your ruler. So remember, as you move into the future, there is this Eight of Pentacles that's asking you, like, is there something around work? Is there communications that maybe you want to get started on some new project? Do you want to find a different job and possibly put your information or put your energy into communicating how to find a new job? That could be putting in resumes, that could be trying to apply for a new job. There definitely is some kind of energy here around how can you better use your energy from what you've done in the past where you weren't quite sure which way to turn. Figure out how to end those cycles and start anew. I want to pull 3 clarifiers just to see how this new moon energy is going to play out for you, Aries, because I do feel like there could be some energy around people coming into your life around your work, or just possibly things from the past that you didn't know was coming with that Two of Swords. So let's see where that plays out for you, Aries. And I'm doing a new format today because sometimes I think that the tarot and the astrology speak to themselves, and maybe I don't need to always spend so much time on the astrology in the beginning and kind of work it into the reading. So let me know how you like this new format. Okay, so the Five of Cups, we have clarifying the Two of Swords here. For the World card, we have the Knight of Swords in reverse. And we will move that up. And then for the future, to clarify the Eight of Pentacles, we have the Four of Swords in reverse. So let's take a look at this, Aries. I do think that it's important to note that when I was saying that you weren't quite sure where to turn in the past, I really feel like you've been struggling emotionally with some type of decision possibly you needed to make in the past. You definitely have been spending more time paying attention to what isn't working for you than what is. And so I would say to move away from this energy, this first house or this third house for you, Aries, but your first of the zodiac around communication, really asking you to take notice of where it is that you no longer need to put focus. You now have clarity moving into this world and this Knight of Swords. And this Five of Cups is like, this is behind you. Don't worry about it. If there's people in your past that are no longer working for you, just ignore them. Just don't worry about them and move on to the present. In the present, we have the World card and this Knight of Swords. I like that this Knight of Swords is in reverse, because if it was right side up, it could be that you're moving too hastily into decision making or where endings need to occur. I do feel like we have a lot of air energy with the Two of Swords, now the Knight of Swords, and you have a Four of Swords. All about communication. Like I said, this new moon is happening, Aries, in your third house of communication. So be careful what you say. Be careful of what needs to end. There definitely is, like I was saying, some type of energy around you not hastily moving into communications, or be careful what you say at this time, Aries, because you're words may have strong implications in the future. So just be careful of that with this Knight of Swords coming up. And in the future, with this Eight of Pentacles and Four of Swords, this is really saying you don't have time just to be, it's almost like you don't need to focus so much on relaxing and not, you know, when it was right side up, this is almost like you're resting, you're taking a break. You've had a long struggle or battle. You now need to rest up. This is now the opposite of that. It's like this is time to put your head to the grindstone, make it work. And that was what the Eight of Pentacles is telling you, especially around communications. This could also mean it's time to get out there, start putting out resumes, start putting out feelers, start figuring out where is it that you can possibly taking classes to let you get ahead. There definitely is this factor, Aries, at this new moon. I want you to plant new seeds of intention around how you can communicate more effectively and how you can take the energies that are coming in and use them to your advantage. Remember, take your time. You do not need to rush into anything like this Knight of Swords. And also pay attention to your words. You all are, Aries tends to be impulsive because it is that Martian energy that just wants everything to go, go, go. So just keep that in mind. But I think this is going to be a great new moon in Aries for you. Just take your time and watch your words. All right, I'll talk to you all later.